Alright, this is Calibos and we're playing Project Ozone 3. So, let's get back into Embers, shall we? So we can do this one in a second. We've almost finished the piping. And we'll need an atmospheric gauge. So let's work on piping, dials, and this atmospheric gauge. So this is going to require copper, iron, and redstone. Well, conveniently, we have these things. Also, I expanded the dirt here a little bit, and I moved the crops. So, like I picked everything up, reset them to the ends, and did the thing. So we need to do this really quick. Where they spread backwards and ruin everything. I also kind of like expanded this. I've got a few more things here and a few more things here. I'm hoping this works, but these are not really working very well, honestly. So if I put them in there myself, they go, but otherwise the drawers, as you can see, collect them. They don't take them in. Same with the magical books and stuff. But I can put them in. And this one goes there, and then we need to do this. This and this. There. So let's get that iron, copper, and whatever. 1, 2, 1, 2, and 1, 2. For making an atmospheric gauge, we need 2 more copper. Okay, that gives us an atmospheric gauge, which, according to the original author, is complete garbage. So we do not care about it. Now we need dials, an ember dial and a fluid dial. So let's go to dials. Dials. Ember dial is copper plate, paper, and redstone, and fluid dial is an iron plate. Okay, so let's get 1, 2, 1, 2. Iron plate. So let's investigate copper. I think I've got some. I've been trying to process down all of the all of the ores over here. Let's check over here for copper. Not enough. Okay, good enough. Good enough. So let's investigate this. Iron chunks. What's in here? So I think if I throw aluminum in here or copper in here while there's aluminum, we will have problems. Because copper and aluminum alloy into aluminum brass. And so it would basically be kind of a hassle. But we can chuck this in here. Let's make at least one of the dials really quick. And I put all the paper and stuff back. Because I'm smart. So to make this copper plate, we can just go ahead and pound it. Let's just do it the fun way. But at least we have one of the gauges that we need, even if it doesn't show up. Oh, it did show up. So that's the dials, deposit locator. We have the atmospheric gauge. Let's make fluid pipe and a fluid extractor and an item dropper. So fluid pipe is going to be iron and iron plates, which we have. Iron plate. grab some iron. Boom, boom. Okay, so we need a fluid extractor. Alright, so we're going to need 1 carmite, 2 redstone. Now, if I were carmite blend or carmite plate or something, where would I hide? You know where I would hide? I would hide down here. So we need 2. Notice we don't have everything going everywhere. This is filling up nicely. That's filling up nicely. This is keeping everything powered. Not that we need anything to stay powered, but we are. Let's pick up an ember crystal really quick. And that should complete this quest. So let's hop back up to the top. Chuck that in there. Chuck that in there, and that should give us the fluid pipe and the fluid extractor. Now we just need the item dropper. Which is pretty simple. Ooh, give me that. Once we get some iron. 2 iron specifically. 1, 2. That should give us one of those, and that should complete this quest. Okay, we only need the copper plating for that. So let's do this thing. So let's make a crushing table because we should. So we need aluminum and some stone slabs and some planks. Oops. 3. Let's grab some wood for planks. Stone slabs. Copper plate, that gives us that. And I think that we also need a hammer for this. So this is Magneticraft. And I think that we need we can make a stone hammer. Let's see if there's any quests really quick for it. Alpha, Beta, Delta. Not seeing any. We're probably going to end up doing a little bit more in immersive engineering, because we'll probably have to like dig for oil or something. It'd be super handy if these are just like, you know, 1 per quest or 1 per mod. But I can see why they didn't do it. Okay, so it doesn't matter which one that we do. So let's go ahead and make the two sticks. All right, so this is already kind of our foundry area right here. So we're just gonna pop this bad boy down there, and then we're going to take some copper. Oh, nice, I'm pleased with that. So copper, we're just gonna need one, and so I am simply right-clicking it on here, and then holding right-click on the thing. So at this point, we have the is it paper? Okay. Yeah, there we go. And we should have all of the dials. Go us. And that's in embers. So stamps, we're going to need that, melter, pressure refinery. You know, he says that it's going to have all the information that we need, but that's not really how it works. So let's do this really quick, because we're going to probably want one of those. So that gives us that, which gives us, we need 3 more iron. Let's put the paper back. I'm sure we don't need that anymore. Aluminum ore piece can go away. How are we doing as far as... So let's chuck that back in there. Chuck that back in there. These are silver. Yeah, I'd really just like to keep this stuff processing through, because one, you never know when you're going to need the metals. And the more stuff you have processed, the less time that it takes later. So that's a thing. And if it's all work, you know, and if I can empty this, then I don't have any trouble with accidental alloys. So that is also a thing. But clearly this is going to not be a fast process. So smart. Okay, we don't have anything like that, but there's typically a, you know, there's an add-on mod for Tinkers, something called a smart input output whatever, Tinkers IO or whatever. And I don't see it. That's fine. there's abyssal craft in here. So another thing that we're going to do really quick is we need a coke oven, honestly, and coke brick. So clay, bricks, sandstone. And we need 27 of them, so we'll need 9 craftings of this, so we need 36 clay. Which clay do we have in here, actually? Marble. Could have sworn that there was clay somewhere. How many buckets do we have? We have 40 buckets. That's slightly excessive. Water seeds. So let's make these really quick. I know, I'm just kind of like wandering randomly everywhere. This is kind of how I am, though. If you haven't quite figured that out, then I don't know what to tell you. I'm not very organized. So we need some wheat seeds. Alright, let's get some of that essence, which is the weird yellow color. I do not know why it's the weird yellow color. Okay, then we need half of this. Oops. Chuck that in there. Get some water. Water seeds, and we'll plant these really quick. Grab these and put them back. So let's check our water seeds. So ice, nature, and zombie are also quest items. But what this will do for us is this will produce water essence, and one of the reasons that I care about water essence, and it came up in my head, was if we look at the recipe for clay, we can make 24 clay with water and dirt essence. Now we already have dirt essence over there, and it's just a matter of getting the clay going. So speaking of which, did we look at this really quick? So we've got water, dirt. I mean, I don't think that we really need wood seeds, but I guess we could do it. Okay, so fire is tier 2 for some reason. Let's see. Ice. Can we make ice? So if we have 4 cryothium dust, we can make ice. How much cryothium do we have? Do we have any cryothium? We can make some. Kind of frustrates me that these and these won't go into the place that they need to go. Alright, I'm not seeing any cryotheum. Also, I did that experiment where I captured a zombie villager and tried to feed it an emerald apple, and apparently that doesn't work to cure them in this pack. Oh, we have like 1,000,000 frozen cores. So uses for these are glacial staffs. Lobs harmful snowballs. Okay, well, apparently this makes snow, not ice. So we'll probably have to get into thermal foundation before we do any of that nonsense, which we can do. I'm not concerned about our thing. Oh, also, oh, we don't have any sugarcane, right? That's why I didn't do it. So I had a couple of like minor projects that I'm now starting to remember that don't actually have all the stuff that I want for yet. So I'd kind of like to get some more mushrooms going. Not really worried about food at this moment, I guess. Wow, we're still having a lot of iron. I don't want to set up another thing, but because the difficulty with setting it up is well, you know, I don't know. So what I might do is set up a casting area over there for ingots. So when I'm processing stuff, I can just I can just have all of the ingots casting themselves a little more rapidly, and I'll be able to do stuff without as much concern about making accidental alloys. So I'll have to think about exactly how I want to set it up before I set it up. But I'm kind of thinking of setting up some iron drums and then piping liquid out of the smeltery into the iron drums with an off switch. So I would basically have like casting table, casting table, casting table, casting table, and have a pump like with thermal foundation or something like that that pulls the fluid out rapidly, pops it in an iron drum, and then from there it goes to the casting table. And then I'll just have it as a single off switch so that I can configure it. But I'll play with that concept and I'll show you what I end up doing. I mean, I would do it on camera, but I suspect that it's going to take me some monkeying to do. So we'll see how it works out. Another thing I might do is make this smeltery taller. I don't necessarily see that there's a point in making the smeltery taller. But I can. One of the reasons that I don't set multiple outputs on a single smeltery by choice is that I'll get like half of an ingot in one place and half of an ingot in another place, and it's just a pain. So I guess this ends this episode. I'd like to thank everybody for showing up. I'm glad that you did. If you liked it, leave a like. If you don't. Simple as that. Questions, comments, concerns can all go below, as well as any suggestions that you might have for directions that I go, trouble that you guys might be having with mods, etc. I may not have the answers, but you know, maybe I can help you look or something like that. If I do have the answer, then it works for everybody. So, yeah, I'm always glad to help. You folks have a great night.